no justice, no accountability. Is that it? These are actual criminals and they perpetrated a crime. But the same government has jailed Nnamdi for life imprisonment for inciting violence. But the same people that kidnapped, took people against their will, the government just had the temerity to come out and say, oh, we negotiated with them.
These are forest rangers. These are not terrorists. They're not bandits. These are forest rangers. They are held with much value because of the in-depth knowledge they have gained across the years as a result of their moving from one place to another as nomads. Let me tell you one thing, no matter how educated you are in the textbook, and you have never left that city of yours or left your country or moved from one place to another, you are more like an illiterate. You are not educated until you move around. These nomads are assets to this country, and we do not know, but the international community and the government knows how important they are. There are some minerals in this country that the locations are not known by any except these people. They are the only ones that can locate the terrain or the shortcuts to where you can get these minerals. So they are very, very valuable to miners. So these forest rangers are actually like security to miners. Why is their problem spilling to us in the city? And why is their problem spilling to us in churches and mosques? The reason is because they are not treated fairly. And in other cases, they become greedy because of the knowledge that they have. They'll be like, okay, you're paying me this small amount while you are earning this type of amount, so they become greedy. These miners, because of saving cost, they go for younger forest rangers. That's why you see some 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-olds doing all these things. These boys are kept in horrible conditions. They supply their food in helicopters and all that, but they are not in good conditions. In most parts of the world, when mining takes place, there are porter cabins that are established, like mini homesteads that are established so people can live inside while the mining takes place. But no, you set up tents for these boys. There is no good drinking water. Remember a video where some of them were coming out and say, we need good drinking water. You need good drinking water. You remember? There were videos like that. We need to also go to school. You give these boys 2-3-year contracts, mining contracts. They don't go to school. They don't get to have friends. They don't have normal childhoods. And what is the reciprocation of it? When they see people coming from the city who are normal, they call them Aiku Engayuni and they start to attack. Mining is not a bad thing. It brings out the resources of the earth. Today, we will not have some of the clothes we wear, the jewelries we have, the phones we use, furnitures we have. A lot of things come from mining. We won't have all of that if mining doesn't take place. We want to call on the federal government to look into this matter and improve the mining system. Whosoever, whichever international body that is coming to mine, let them do the right thing. These people are also victims too. But I know it will be very, very difficult for people to understand because they have been defamed and stereotyped so badly that it is very difficult for this message to sink in to the heads of some people. But I tell you, there are some that are really educated and they will understand. It is not terrorism. It is not banditry. It is just an employee that is unhappy with his employers. And sometimes it's just some greedy ones who decide to go and keep causing chaos. This same thing happened to Osama bin Laden when the American government used him to fight against Russia. They had to do away with him, and that is where the label terrorism started. They used him, they dumped him, and they created a narrative about him just to get rid of him because he knew too much. He knew too much. Stop using our people if you know you're not going to treat them well.
So is it that you people didn't arrest them? You didn't exchange fire with them? You negotiated with them? And you left them to go like that so that they will go ahead and kidnap another person, just like they have done? So, I mean, I shudder in righteous disbelief at what is truly happening in Nigeria as we speak. You left them. You left the criminals, the bandits. You negotiated with them. As what? As business partners? They released 24 people in Kebbi. Yes, good. As what? And you didn't arrest them. So is it that you just negotiate with them and they leave the people like that? Was ransom paid? Wait. Should the government even be negotiating in a case where the government is supposed to have the superior firepower. And even after the negotiation, when are they going to be brought to book? So is it that as they release the people freed, now that they are not going to face justice? I mean, is that the case? I mean, because I don't... Can somebody explain these things to me? I mean, am I being stupid? So is it that the people that went to pick up people in KB and kept them in the bush against their will for a couple of days, the government would just say, oh, we negotiated with them and they released the people? Is that it? No justice, no accountability? Is that it? These are actual criminals and they perpetrated a crime. But the same government has jailed Nnamdi for life imprisonment for inciting violence. But the same people that kidnapped two people against their will, the government just had the temerity to come out and say, oh, we negotiated with them, and once they released the people, so once they released the people, that was it, right? I mean, I think maybe I'm not here well. I'm not here well. I'm sorry. So, is that it? Is that it? So you come and you say, oh, you negotiated with them, and that's the end of it, right? I think I'm probably stupid. Maybe I didn't hear very well when Mr. Nnamdi talked about it. And other people too have been released in that same fell swoop. So is it the negotiation that went on, or we actually engaged with them? So, wait a minute. When some bandits were caught on camera saying that we're close to the government and we'll stop when they tell us to stop, so does that make any sense now? Because if the government says they just waltz in and they negotiated with bandits and they removed and they released the people, but I would have thought there should be consequences, there should be a firefight, there should be, or is the government going to go back and, airstrike those people? I mean, I don't make it make sense to me.
Both aspects of reasoning are valid, and the questions they are asking is also valid. The truth is, what happened behind the cameras? What really happened for the release of the girls that were kidnapped by the bandits? And what is the genesis, or how did this whole thing start? Just like the positive activist said, she said that it all started with illegal mining. Do you agree with this point? And secondly, if this is truly illegal mining, are they actually Nigerians? Like, there is a narrative that they are all Nigerians. Are they actually Nigerians? And who actually gave them who actually allowed them to start the mining? And a lot of questions, and we need answers. This is a wake-up call to every Nigerian to know that a lot is happening, and you have to be careful to make sure you stay safe, because even the government is not telling us everything. Even the government is actually doing things behind the camera. Like the negotiation for these girls shouldn't be something that should be done. When a crime is committed, whoever did the crime is supposed to be answerable to the law, not the other way around. Like and subscribe to this channel. See you on our next one.